guys, I'm Amber Cranston, your independent Scentsy consultant, and welcome to Whatcha Warmin' Wednesday, where I go over all the candles and wax melts, even melts that aren't Scentsy, that I have burned or melted throughout the week. There's quite a lot to get through, so I'll start with my candles and then end with the wax melts. So let's jump into it. First off, by Homeworx, we have Amaretto pumpkin. The notes are amaretto cream, spiced pumpkin, cardamom, and tonka bean. Now, when I first started burning this, I got this last year, like last November, when Harry surprised us. He released duos of this scent and 3 other scents. I didn't get the other ones, I just got this one. So when I first started burning it last November, I definitely got pretty much the almond note, which Amaretto has almond in it, and that was pretty much it. I couldn't get much of anything else, but since I've burned it subsequent times, of course leading up to this past week, I definitely was able to get more scents besides the almond, so I was very happy about that. I did get a pumpkin, and I know it says it's spiced. It's not super spicy at all. You definitely get the almond still, and a creamy pumpkin, and then yeah, there's like a nuttiness to it that must be the tonka bean in it. It's a really nice one. I've enjoyed it. It's not one that I would probably repurchase though, but I like it for what it is, and the throw on it has been between a 7 and an 8 for me. So that's Amaretto Pumpkin. Next, from Yankee Candle, is Persimmon and Brown Sugar. Now, the notes for this one are, let me get them for you. Ripe persimmon, harvest apple, brown sugar, crystallized ginger, cinnamon, vanilla bean, and clove. Now this one, I love the smell of persimmon. It's a smell that you don't get in a lot of things. And I think the blend of this one is really nice. And this one doesn't cause an allergic reaction because I'm allergic to ginger, so I always worry about that. But this one hasn't caused an allergic reaction to me. Unfortunately, it's not the strongest out of the Farmer's Market collection that came out last year, which is disappointing because I do really like the scent, but the throw of this one at most has been a 5, 5.5. Yeah. That's probably the strongest. It's smelling strong for me on cold, but for some reason when it's lit, unfortunately, I don't get a lot of it. So I might end up having to just put it in like a candle crock, that sort of thing, and just melt it and see if I can get some fragrance that way. I get fragrance, like I said, about a 5, just not super strong. So that's Persimmon and Brown Sugar. Okay, next from Goose Creek, this is Apple Cider. Now let's see, I'm gonna look and see what the notes are. Okay, spiced apple, cider, cinnamon, vanilla spice, and clove. Now this is kind of a generic apple cider to me. There isn't anything in it that really makes it stand out. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad because I do enjoy apple cider fragrances. It's just kind of blah in regards to apple cider. Like I said, there's nothing really in it that kind of makes it stand out and unique to me. Everything blends nicely. I think the spices are a little heavier than the apple. But this is another one, unfortunately, too, that wasn't the strongest. It's probably about a 5 as well. So definitely not one I would pick up again. That's apple cider. Now, one I will get forever and ever, as long as they have it, is also by Goose Creek, Cool Harvest Morning. I love this one so much. The notes for this one are fresh apple, cool autumn mist, apple peels, bright bergamot, and soft sandalwood. So good. If you want a really amazing outdoorsy apple type fragrance with a kind of a fresh air type vibe to it, this one is so good. I just looked, like I'm looking on the website. They only have it in melts right now, which I have the melts too, but they don't have it in candle form at the moment. Doesn't mean they won't get it back in stock, but as of right now, they don't. But this is by Goose Creek, one of my ultimate fall fragrances. It performs really well between an 8 and a 9 when it's burning. And it's just an amazing apple scent. If you love fresh apple type of scents, give this one a try. There's a woodiness to it too. It must be that soft sandalwood. It just makes you feel like you're outside in cool harvest morning. So that's that. Next, by Bath & Body Works, is Leaves. This is a classic. The notes are crisp red apple, golden nectar, warm clove spice with essential oils. And this is from last year. This was a good performer. I also at that time got Autumn, and that one was kind of a dud for me, last year's version of it. But this one was good. It's kind of an apple cider scent to me too, but more outdoorsy. You definitely get the clove in it. Golden nectar, I guess that's what kind of gives it that extra sweetness, and definitely an apple. It's a classic, and for good reason, because it's a wonderful smell and a great performer. It's about an 8 in throw for me. So that is Leaves. And then last but not least, also by Homeworx, is Autumn Pinecone. The notes are fallen pine cones, red oak, fresh eucalyptus, and juniper berry. Now, if you love like earthy outdoor fragrances, this one is so amazing. And the label on it is just gorgeous. Homeworx does such beautiful labels, and when it's lit, it glows through this picture. It's just beautiful. I love it. And the smell, you do get a woodiness. You get that eucalyptus, kind of an evergreen vibe to it. And there's a sweetness too. And then a slightly astringent quality from the juniper berry. If you love, like I said, outdoorsy fragrances, like to where you feel like you're outdoor as the leaves are changing in a beautiful quiet grove, that's what this candle gives me. It gives me that vibe. And the throw on this one was really good, about an 8 as well. So that's Autumn Pinecone. Okay, now the non-Scentsy wax from Sensationals, which is can be found at Walmart, is Pie Season. Now this one isn't available. They retired it this year, I guess. So it's not available, but it's a really good one. This one lasts a long time. And usually I don't have the best of luck as far as the scent lasting for me with Sensationals, but this is one I really liked. It lasts a while. The notes are tart rhubarb, juicy green apple, and sun-ripe ripened currant warmed with golden brown sugar, spicy cinnamon, and creamy butter, baked to perfection in warm pastry dusted with powdered vanilla sugar. That was a lot of notes. It's kind of just like a combination of a bunch of different pies all mixed together. I know it doesn't say there's pumpkin, but to me, I get pumpkin, especially when I'm melting it. But I get that crusty note and a sweet sugar note. The brown sugar, I do get brown sugar. And I don't really get apple. There is a sweetness, maybe that's what it is, but to me it smells more like pumpkin pie rather than apple pie. But it's not super spicy. It's not the spice from pumpkin pie, but it's the pumpkin puree from pumpkin pie with a buttered crust and brown sugar. It's so good. And the throw is really good on this one, an 8 to a 9. And like I said, it lasts for me. Unlike a lot of the Sensationals don't last the longest. Which makes me think, I know a lot of people hesitate in regards to Scentsy just because it is a lot more than, say, getting wax from Walmart. And again, I don't fault anyone for that. I get wax from Walmart, obviously. But to me, it evens out because for the most part, there's always duds in every brand, or ones that don't last as long. But for the most part, overall, I get a lot more length of melting with my Scentsy wax compared to Sensationals. The Sensationals, they start out strong and they die quickly, in my opinion, most of them. This one is an exception. With Scentsy, most of them, for me, last a lot longer. So they end up evening out. So this may be $2, but it doesn't last as long. Whereas this may be $6, but it lasts a lot longer. So you end up spending the same price either way. And you get 2 extra cubes with the Scentsy wax. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Like I said, I don't fault anyone buying the Walmart wax. I enjoy some of their scents, like this one. But that's just to give you some perspective on that. So anyway, let's move on. Okay, I finished up from Goose Creek Splish Splash, which was like a rainy, fresh spring laundry-ish type of fragrance. Is definitely beautiful in the bathroom, which is where I had it melting, was in my master bathroom. It's a really good one. If this one comes back during the spring, I will probably pick up another, and I also do have it in candle form too. And then Harvest Hayride, which is one that I love too. If you love super spicy, autumn spicy fragrances, like feel like you're walking into Joann's type of spice, a craft store, that's what you get from Harvest Hayride. And this is definitely a strong one. This is a 9 for me. Oh, Splish Splash was super strong too. This is about a 9 as well. So that's those by Goose Creek. Okay, now on to the Scentsy that aren't available anymore that I melted from Jelly Belly collection, Toasted Marshmallow. This is good. I like this one. It is definitely more of like a candied toasted marshmallow rather than an authentic marshmallow that you toasted over the campfire. It is what I would consider a jelly bean toasted marshmallow. There is a lot of vanilla in this, a sugary sweet, almost musky, almost amberish to me. It's nice. I've enjoyed it, and it's been a strong performer at an 8 to a 9, so that's Toasted Marshmallow. Would I get it again though? If it came back, I probably wouldn't. Okay, Next from the Frozen 2 collection is Fearless by Nature. And I actually have the box so I can read the notes to you. Grapefruit, sage, and woods. Now, on cold, I like this okay, but when it was melting, I really didn't enjoy it. I'm not sure what it is in it. It has a soapy quality to it that I don't like. The throw on it was 7 to an 8, so it had a good throw, but I just didn't enjoy the scent at all. So usually if it's a scent that I don't enjoy, I'll relegate it to my kid's bathroom. Plus to me, it's more, like I said, it's kind of soapy, so it'll work perfectly in their bathroom. So that is Fearless by Nature. Also from the Frozen 2 is Born to Lead. Let's see, sparkling lemon, apple, creamy vanilla. That's what it is. Yeah, I was wondering, I get the apple, and then there was kind of an acidic quality to it. So it's the lemon. Where is it again? What was it again? Oh yeah, sparkling lemon. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's like lemon and apple, and I guess there is a vanilla in it, but it's not like obvious vanilla. It's more of like just kind of cuts those fruity notes down, mellows them out a little bit. The throw on this was an 8. It's a nice one, not my favorite though. So that's Born to Lead. Okay, next up, I finished Rainbows and Butterflies. This isn't available right now. It may come back with the spring and summer catalog. This is like a strawberry pineapple vanilla scent, but it's like a candied version of it. Super girly and fun. For me, it was not strong in my open concept area, so I moved it to my bedroom and have really enjoyed it here in my bedroom. So in my bedroom, it has been an 8. It's been really good. So that is Rainbows and Butterflies. I finished. Okay, next is Porch Pumpkin. This came out, I don't know how many years ago, but the last time you could get it was last fall, winter. And this is like fresh pumpkin, like cut the pumpkin and smelling the pumpkin. And then it says, I think I remember it said it had like acorn notes in it. To me, I'm not really sure what acorn smells like. I haven't smelled an acorn in a while. So, but to me, I get like nutmeg. It's like a fresh pumpkin, like smelling into the pumpkin when you cut it open. Creamy, there is some creaminess to it, and then a dash of nutmeg added. It's nice, I like it. It's nice to have a little bit less of a super spicy pumpkin, more of a fresh pumpkin. The throw on this was between a 7 and an 8. It's been really good. So that is Porch Pumpkin. Okay, another pumpkin roll. Oh, I'm gonna smell it. This one is available. This is also a more of a creamy pumpkin, a little more like canned pumpkin than the Porch Pumpkin is, with the pumpkin pie spices added in. And then there is a soft layer of cakiness as well. The throw is about a 7 to an 8 again for me. It's really nice. I enjoy it, but I think between this one and pumpkin cinnamon swirl, I prefer pumpkin cinnamon swirl, but this one I think is a little bit milder version of that. It's enjoyable. I like it. Pumpkin roll. Okay, next up is Cedar Cider. This is, you get those cider spices. Cinnamon, clove, definitely, and then you do have that wood in there as well. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy it. A lot of the times, well, I shouldn't say a lot of the times, but there are some Scentsy fragrances that have cedar in them, like Lion King's Circle of Life. I think that had cedar in it, and I did not like it at all. And I do enjoy wood fragrances, so I was kind of concerned about this one, but it is really nice melting. I really like it. It's got that cedar, perfect cedar wood note. It's not odd smelling like I said the Lion King was to me. Definitely cedar though. So you have to like cedar wood to enjoy this one, I think. But it's a strong performer. It's good, a good fall fragrance to me with that spice added in with the cedar. I've enjoyed it. The throw was an 8. So it was a good one, cedar cider. And that one is available. Okay, next up is the Gorgeous Trio Bright Cider Life. This one is so nice, you guys. Let me read the notes. I got them for you. Spiced harvest cider comes to life with luscious pumpkin and a slice of red apple. And this is definitely heavier on the pumpkin compared to the apple. You do get the apple sweetness though, but I think the pumpkin is the most prominent note of the two. And then you do get like almost a caramel note to it. There's the sweetness to it, and the spices in it lean more towards nutmeg for me. There is cinnamon. I do smell cinnamon. It's not super spicy though. It's not like red hot or anything like that, but it's like nutmeg, a touch of clove maybe, and a touch of cinnamon. But it's such a nice fragrance. This is my favorite of the 3. That is Bright Cider Life. My second favorite is Pumpkin Tiramisu. Layer pumpkin with sweet brown sugar and vanilla cream for an autumn twist on a favorite Italian dessert. You definitely get a cakey, that yummy vanilla rich dense cake with that brown sugar and the pumpkin. If you love bakery scents, highly recommend this one, and it's such a strong performer for me. An 8, 10, 9. It's so tasty. This one and Bright Cider Life both went into my Scentsy club. They're good. And then pumpkin chai I did enjoy too. Let's see. Fill your cup with white pumpkin, a swirl of cinnamon, and a dash of chai. This is the spiciest of the 3. You get the pumpkin and you get like a milky tea and cinnamon. It's definitely, of the 3, the spiciest cinnamon note to it. It's a cozy, comforting fall fragrance. And the throw on this one was about an 8 as well. Okay, last 2 from the Harvest Collection, from Nightmare Before Christmas. This is Jack's Obsession, which is apples and some spices. It is definitely a green apple. See, it's even green. Slightly candied green apple with a touch of spice. Not super heavy at all. So good. So the spice on it, to compare it to, is around the same type of spice heaviness as honey pear cider is. So think of that, and you'll get the spice level for this, which is barely, there's only a tiny touch of it. It's so nice. So that is Jack's Obsession. And then the new one this year, Also Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween Town. And this one is, I was gonna look for it for you guys. The notes are everybody scream for a sinister potion of cranberry, apple, and spiced cedar wood. And on cold, it's nice, but when you warm it, it comes to life, in my opinion. It is such a nice fragrance. It's such a nice fall, specifically October fragrance, because it almost has like a spooky quality to it. And I think that's from the cedar, the spiced cedar wood in it. Or maybe just because it has the Nightmare Before Christmas pictures, it could be just that as well. It makes me think of it as spooky, but I really enjoy it. The cranberry really comes out along with the cedar, and I do get a sweet apple. It's definitely more of a red apple rather than the green apple of Jack's Obsession. But I put both of these in my Scentsy Club too, because I really enjoyed them. And the throw on this one was a 7 to an 8, so it's great. Excuse me. Anyway, the ones that are available, you can find them down in the description is my website link for you. If you don't have a Scentsy consultant, I'd love to be your consultant. Thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now.